Speaking of common sense, guess what, guys? This may be breaking news. The Giants need to score more.
Oh,
Breaking
what?
news. This is also this is also coming off of Brian Daboll's press conference here he had with the media here today. He said, "It's hard to win football games when you score 7 points. This one's on me. We had opportunities throughout the game, but we just couldn't capitalize. We turned the ball over on a good drive and walked away with no points." Then he was asked about going forward on fourth down early in the second half, and he said, "We didn't have any points, and I felt good about what we had going. But when you score 7 points, that's the reality of it. We got to do better." Then he was also asked about the missed field goals we talked about a minute ago, and he said, "We're not going to make excuses. 7 points isn't enough to win this league." And then he ended it with, "We'll go back, look at the film, and figure it out."
About right.
Yeah, I mean, it's right as far as an answer, but guys, am I the only one doubting the "I'll figure it out" BS? Like, this is not an isolated incident. This is not the first time our offense has sucked.
Yeah, or they were inept.
Yeah, and they sucked. Inept is too proper a term at this point. I mean, look at the season overall. Okay, so we're 6 games in. 2 of the 6 games, we failed to score over 7 points. It's a third of the games we haven't scored more than a touchdown. That's not good.
Yeah.
So 2/3 of these games, we haven't scored over 18 points. That means only one time we have scored more than 21 points, guys. This is not good at all. Like, I am seriously not liking the way this offense is going here. We're averaging just 16 points per game. Take out the Seattle games. That's the one game the offense put up some points. And we go down to 13.4 points a game. That's brutal. That's brutal.
Yeah.
And I know we're going to get some Jones people here going to get upset when I say this. It's time, guys. It is time. Oh, I know he's playing so much better weeks 2 through 5. He had one good game. He had one good game. Stop. Let's not give game manager trophies. That's what I feel like we're doing as a fan base. We're so used to like bad quarterback play that even game manager status, we're like, oh my God, look at that.
Guys, yeah, something to get excited for.
This team, and I'm not suggesting we're going to make the move right now this offseason to get this kind of change going, but this team is a quarterback away, guys. I really, truly believe that. We have weapons. You know, we have a solid veteran running back. We have a promising rookie running back. We have potentially one of the top 5 to 10 wide receivers in the entire league. We have an absolute, I'll call him a PPR machine. Obviously, I know we're not talking fantasy, but he's a PPR machine in Wan'Dale Robinson, because the guy just catches the ball nonstop. He doesn't get a lot of yards, but he catches the ball nonstop. You know, you got the classic deep threat in Darius Slayton at that point. You got a couple of the young receivers that I know some people hold some promise to. I'm not saying I do, but some people do. You got a promising tight end who has shown something the last 2 weeks and all of a sudden started kind of getting things rolling after being quiet the first quarter of the season. You know, you got a functioning, positive offensive line at this point, which is something the Giants haven't had in years. You have a defense that literally just held a team last night to 17 points. It averages in the high 20s. Like, this is a team that is set up for success if we just had a quarterback. And you know what I kind of liken this to? I kind of liken this to like the Atlanta Falcons last year.
Yes. Listen, that's exactly how I said this team's going to look like this year, is that you're going to have a good defense and a lackluster offense. And
look what Kirk Cousins has done for them. And Kirk Cousins is no, almighty quarterback. This is not a, one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league, but he's a functioning quarterback with an arm.
Yeah, he's making Kyle Pitts look like a serviceable tight end.
And he is. He always has been. He just hasn't had a quarterback. I've said that for a while myself at that point. Drake London, same thing.
He's been playing great. And you got Mooney.
Haven't had their guy to throw in the ball.
Yeah, they picked up Moody from the Bears, who's been playing very well for him.
Yep, he has. He has. But that's what I look at. How many times have you seen this where all of a sudden a team gets a quarterback and all of a sudden they're a good team when they were poop beforehand? Look at again, not that I'm thinking he's coming out the door. Nobody start the rumor because I've heard it before. Tom Brady's not coming here, guys. He's done. But Tom Brady, when he went to Tampa Bay, is a classic example.
Yes.
Takes a team that had a defense, had receivers, had an offensive line, and got things rolling. And you see it on a consistent basis in this league. And I feel like that's where we are at. And the problem is you see other teams that do that. They don't make the right move, like the Jets that we're going to see here tonight against the Bills here. I mean, that's a classic example as well because the Jets have had the defense, had the offensive weapons. I mean, they had at one point an offensive line. They don't anymore, but they never had.
They had a terrible offensive line.
Yeah,
but they got weapons of offense.
But they never had a quarterback really, and they keep moving to try to get one out of desperation because they know they're in that position. They're not entirely stupid. They recognize that.
Yeah,
but I feel like that's where we're at as a franchise now. We're a quarterback away, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, their running back plays a little better than ours, but
listen, but I'm a big fan of what we got going on here. I really am.
I am too. I'm just saying Breece Hall is top 5 running back in this league right now.
He is. I'm just saying that we need a quarterback. Daniel Jones does not cut it. And I still say until we get that figured out, this is what we're at, guys. And I'm calling for it again. It's time for DeVito. It's time for DeVito, guys. I've seen Drew Lock enough in the NFL. I know what he is. There's a little bit of a peppiness, so to speak, this team we put DeVito in. We need a little peppiness right now, guys.
Pepe Le Pew?
Yeah. No, he's
because we stink.
Not French.
Oh,
no,
we.
No, he. We don't stink. The quarterback stinks. That's the problem. As Deb says here, Jerry Foley was actually at the game and said there was a lot of open receivers downfield that Jones just missed. Saw we don't see on TV, and you don't need to even get that. You can look at it on the film later on when they show the different angles. You can go to the All-22. Yeah. Which I haven't got a chance to see in this game yet, but I've seen it in other games. It happens every game because Jones doesn't move off his first guy. He has no confidence to throw the ball deep. He misses guys that are wide open on a regular basis. I don't mean like missing, like throwing it horribly, but he's done that as well. I mean, just missing guys that are wide open down the field because he doesn't have the confidence to make the throw anymore. He is done.
He's been throwing the ball deep a little bit more. We're gonna let's be.
Yes, he's throwing the ball deep, but not.
But he's
accurate.
missing. Yeah, he's missing, but he's throwing the ball deep more. So
I'm telling you, they're open a lot more than you think.
Oh, 100% they are.
And it's not the 1 or 2 times a game he's throwing it. There's guys ready, and he's just check down, and I'm sick of it. You can't get an offense going the way we're playing like 1970s offense here in the 2020s. Like it don't work. And I know a lot of people aren't a fan of Daboll right now sometimes especially because we're lost. He's the head coach, and that's kind of where that goes. That's that job he has. Guys, I'll still say it till I'm blue in the face. I don't think this is on Daboll. I really don't. I actually commend the guy for not bashing Jones even in a roundabout way. Because he can easily sit on the podium and say, we need better quarterback play. The guys are open. We got the right plays in there. He's just not doing it.
He doesn't even have to say that. Like, all he has to do is be like, listen, we have open guys downfield. Like, you don't have to bring up saying quarterback play, but you just say, like, listen, we got to make sure there's receivers that are open to get, we tossing the ball or just passive aggressively kind of say it like that. And, gets it home. Yeah.
But instead, he's taking the heat. He's taking the heat himself. And I do think
this sign of a good leader.
Yeah, and I do think that he hasn't lost the locker room, even though, let's be honest, the defense has to be really, really frustrated after last night. Like I said, I think we're a quarterback away. And I don't think we have the quarterback on the roster, but I'd be willing to give a shot to the only one at that point that's got some promise to him. It is time.
Yeah.
Got to put up some points, guys.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm
begging you, please